How many of you have watched this video? How many of you have seen this video? Now, the last government, Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, PhD, they have actually published a video where he claimed he built over 700, 700 schools, primary schools, secondary schools in Abia State within his time as the governor of Abia State. Please make sure you watch this video. Watch this video. Create that time. Watch this video to the end and see some of the legacy projects in terms of schools the last government built. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about these schools. Don't forget to follow Casa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you.
So if you come to education, this government has built over 700 brand new classroom blocks. We have 4 modern schools, one at Obingwa, the other one at Osisioma, the other one at Omahia, and the other one at Ofia. And beyond that, we have mounted a teacher education training program, bringing teachers from Australia, from Bangladesh, and from other parts of the world to retrain our teachers in Abia. Perhaps today, Abia is one of the few schools in Nigeria that has migrated to digital learning, in especially these our modern schools.
Remember, I'm creating a better life for my people, so I need more money in their pockets. So the only way to help them achieve that will be for me to find a way to bring them into the public school system. But if you are bringing people into the public school system, you must speak to quality, you must speak to infrastructure. So I said, okay, I'm going to latch on what the federal government is doing. They are feeding primary 1 to 3. I'm going to do primary 1 to 6. So we started feeding primary 1 to 6. And today we have reversed enrollment to about 750,000.
The outcome of all of this is that Abia State became #1 in West African school certificate exam for 4 years back to back. And we moved Abia State University from number 97 to 26 and the second best state school in Nigeria. And the products of our university are world beaters across Nigeria. You may have heard that the last time 3 people graduated with first class in law, 2 out of the 3 were students of Abia State University. So what it means is that the program, right from training the teachers, changing the learning environment, has dovetailed to beautiful products that entered university year 1 and then graduated under my watch to make first class, which they replicated or repeated when they went to law school. So by all standards, we have improved on the standard of education in Abia State, and the learning environment has also drastically improved. And the morale of the teachers have also drastically improved. I remember a time when we used to give on Teachers' Day vehicles for best teachers in the 3 senatorial districts. We have done that repeatedly, and that was to serve as a symptom for teachers that are exceptional in the 3 senatorial districts to even do better.
Just before Christmas celebration of 2021,
many of them have gotten their visas and they are going for specific departments, within the university that will be useful to Abia State, majorly medicine, engineering, and IT. The Indian universities have also granted us over 100 scholarships, and 50 are being processed right now.
8 Abia youths who were given visas left for Australia to study courses such as Information and Communications Technology, Civil Engineering, Public Health, Masters in Environmental Science and Management, Masters in Electronic Engineering in the following universities: Flinders University, James Cook University, University of New England, and Torrance University. Governor Ikpeazu, in funding the scholarship scheme, sees in Abia youths the capacity to become great and add to the economy of the nation. He also believes that when the Abian youth is educated, he has been given wings to fly.
So let's look at the comment sections and know what people are actually talking about at the comment section. Mr. John commented and said, these criminals was in Abia State when former governors were destroying and devastating Abia. He did not talk. Today, what God has rescued from Abia State by bringing Governor Alex Oti, he has suddenly found his voice. He continued by saying, this talk in trade is to blackmail the good intention of Alex Oti led Abia State. Please tell him that he has failed. He continued by writing, he said, the people of Abia State will not fall into the cheap blackmail. Dr. Alex Oti is focused and will continue to work for the good people of Abia State. God bless Abia State. That's by Mr. John. So, a lot of comments, a lot of people actually commented on our social media platforms, especially on YouTube. And many people are actually saying the governor should actually ignore is it Chikamna or whatever, the former commissioner for information of the last government. Many people have commented and said the governor should ignore those people that are looking for a way to come back and may possibly take back the film bottle and all the rest of them. But the major thing is this: some other people also commented, and he also commended those people who are actually trying to investigate the 54 billion. He said that opposition is actually should be a tool to checkmate what the government is doing. But one of the comments I saw and I felt a little bit, I was trying to, I felt a little bit trying to assess, I was trying to actually think about it. One person commented and said, if the governor, pay attention to this video, please. He said, if the governor budgeted 54 billion to renovate or reconstruct schools in 2024, and he was able to spend about 2 billion or 20 billion to date. He have not, according to the governor, he said he have not spent up to 40 billion naira or 50 billion today. So, but the person commented and said it means that the governor has failed in educational in terms of assessing his performance regarding to the budget, because it's just like budget is what you actually project to do. I want to do 51 smart schools, international 51 smart schools. At the end of the day, my budget is 50 billion or 51 billion, or as the case may be. At the end of spending 20 billion, I'm not yet, and the year is gradually ended, and we have almost ended the financial year, entering another financial year, and we are spending 50, we are not even spending up to 40 or up to 50 billion naira from over 50 something billion naira allocated. So his comment is saying that this means that the governor is not actually doing well, as the case may be, in terms of he's trying to be realistic. It's in terms of what you budgeted, but it's what you are spending and what is also on ground. But one of the personally, we visited the most trending school in Omaya, where the current aide to the governor, Mr. Ferdinand, shared on social media. A lot of people shared it up. So we personally say, let us visit that school and assess the present condition of the school, and we're able to realize that the structures of the school have actually been completed. Some of the structures of the school are completed, but they are also working on building a fence within that school environment. That is just the update for now. But the major thing is this. Many people, especially on social media, are posting schools in Enugu State, smart schools, where you see 3-story building, 4-story building, 5-story building, with a very big environment, massive structures. Even in Enugu, in Meduguri, and other parts of Nigeria, many people are looking at it and saying, "Well, what about?" They're trying to compare Abia Smart School with other neighboring states to really assess the educational standard or the standard of the governor regarding to they claim the smart school. But for me personally, I think it's to be unfair to compare Abia with Enugu or with Meduguri or with any of these states in regards to their own smart school. The reason is this: And the governor is trying to build 50, 60. In fact, with the idea, the philosophy behind what the governor is trying to build, it's just like what we have in the primary health system, where he's trying to where he's trying to build over 200, 300. The governor wants to ensure that every community must have a school, even if it's a five classroom block, six classroom block. At least let every community in other state, let every community have a smart school. Let every community have a classroom block renovated as at 2025. I think that is the idea. It's not because I've seen different videos, I've seen different things, but I think that the idea of the governor seems to be different from what people are thinking or persuading or assuming that the governor really wants to do. Because if you also look at what the last government did or what they claim they did about 700 schools, you realize that you may not see any of the structures that is where you can see one-story building, two-story building, three-story building rated. I don't think there's anyone. If there's anyone, please come drop a comment at the comment section and tell me the location where the school is. I want to personally visit. I don't think there's any two-story building, three-story building, or even four-story building the last government erected in any primary, secondary school, government school in other state erected by the last government. But today, what the present government is trying to do is not just to build one mega smart school and other communities will be suffering. What the government is trying really to do is to ensure they build schools, to ensure they build good schools in almost every community in Abia State, so that in terms of educational standard, our educational level will really be upgraded. What is the primary thing? I personally been to a school where we call the Abai in Chokoro in Ugunabo local government, just by Oweraba Road. After the Oweraba Junction, you proceed to the Abba in Chokoro Primary School. We have visited there and we have seen what the government is doing about 8 classroom block, which, according to the contractors, that in that classroom block will be ready by the resumption of the next academic program. The government is also building one at the same Oweraba Primary School. A lot of schools are actually going on in different places, in different areas in Abia State, in Aba, and also beyond. So what am I trying to say? What the government is trying to build is not to build one mega smart school that you can come and take pictures, say this is the best. But what the government is trying to do is to build massive smart school, massive basic, like, let me use the word basic, massive basic smart schools in every local government, in almost every community. Possibly before the end of this government, we hear that over 1,000 smart schools possibly may have been built in different areas. And I think it is also a welcome development. It is better, it is good that people can actually have access to base, just like we have what the government is doing right now, basic primary health center, which most times may be less than even a six block or 8 block. But at least people in the local government can easily access health, facilities in those areas. Including pregnant women can also see this is where they can go and actually deliver their child. So that's what the government is trying to do. But notwithstanding, I don't know what you really think at the comment section. Drop a comment and let us know. What do you really think at the comment section? How do you assess this critically? How do you assess? A lot of comments. We have over 500 to 1,000 comments of people, both on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, people who are reacting on the current trend on over 50 or 50 something billion naira on schools that that the former government are claiming that they cannot see, they cannot access. Although one may also argue, like what one of my what Mr. Emperor Obonna wrote on social media. He said he argued that if you divide the number of schools they claim they built, you will be having about 1.1 billion per school. And if you look on ground, you may see that the facility in question may not be up to a billion naira, including the laptop, the systems, and everything, including the structures, may not really be up to a billion naira. Don't talk about. But the governor came out and cleared the air that yes, we budgeted this amount of money, but we have not spent up to that amount of money, and we have done more schools than even the amount of money we budgeted. We have actually done more. We have done more schools We have not spent up to 50 billion, and we are doing schools in different areas. So I don't really know what to think about my take on this is simple. I've already said it. What I think is that the government is making the right decision, not by building 7-story building or 8-story building and say it's the biggest smart school. No, but by ensuring that every community have an accessible school in their facility, in their own area. And it is a school that can meet up to standards. It's also based on global record and meet up to standards. So I think other governors in other neighboring states need to see a way to copy. Because if you go to local government, different local governments in other states, you weep that there's no basic education in those. In fact, there's no even government presence of educational facilities in most of the other states in Nigeria. So that's why I think is a welcome development, something that other people should actually learn or copy from. My name is Umwaka Makasmia. I don't know really what to think about this video. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about it. What we also want to leave the comment sections, give you some screenshot of what people are saying about the current trend in Abia State as regards to the over 50 billion naira and the 50 smart schools. Where are they? You want to see them? Thank you.